So for the past month or so, I've been toying around with the idea of working with several AI systems, but doing it manually. Now I know there's a whole concept of AGI and automated systems in which you declare a task and then you get the magic. But I really believe AI is not developed enough, and especially from the human perspective, to bring us good enough results. And also keep in mind that there's always place for improvement. So, what I want to show you today is the process in which I train three models. We will start with Claude as our brain, Claude AI Premium as our brain. Now, usually I find ChatGPT very powerful for this issue, but I'm looking for a different kind of brain, a more creative, organic brain, you can say. But basically, if you want to work even with the free version of ChatGPT for this kind of brainstorming, go ahead. And the next tool I'm going to use is, let's open up our players, is Gemini. I find Gemini to be very creative. I like his style approach. I like his writing. Um, he's a he's a born player. And last but not least, we're going to use Copilot as an alternative to Midjourney, but also as a traditional illustrator that works with AI. I think we will soon get to the point where you don't have to be a technician to produce images. You would describe what you are trying to achieve, and the machine will bring it. And I think a lot of stable diffusion, ControlNet, Crea, all those kind of image generators, including Midjourney, are really technical. They need an installation. They need a paid subscription. And I think we will get soon to an area where to create videos and images, just focusing on clear communication and with the use of several iteration, you would get precisely where you want to be in, even without a paid subscription. So let's do it. Let's start the process. And just to keep in mind, I'm doing my own kind of work, my own kind of project, and it's something I've been developing. So I'm now going to show you the brainstorming process and also resulting in producing a small story out of it. But just so you know, it's a kind of, I have a notion in my head, I know where it's going. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to Claude and I'm gonna tell him that what we want, and it's a shame we don't have a voice recording, because for instance, I could record my question here and paste it there, or using any other tool. But I like to use a microphone instead of clicking away, although I can type really fast. Uh, all right, so let's start with the question I'm going to paste in for Claude, so it's going to be long, so that is why I'm going to record it, starting from now. Hi, I have been developing a concept I would like to work on. I have put a team in place, me as the director, and I want to consult with you the general approach and brainstorm and the technical parts that we will pursue and bring forth to my small team. We have another author installed, a children's author, and we would need to several times go over his drafts and direct him as to what are his tasks and what is the style guide and really explore with him. And we have an illustrator. We would really only make the really first initial drafts. So what is this project all about? The project name is Space Tribes, and this is about an ancient game board which resides in a parallel dimension. So the entry point to that dimension, you can enter it by daydreaming, or a natural dream, or an elevated state of consciousness. There are several portals to that love zone, you can say. It's a dimension in which the truth is revealed and an alternate history of humanity is being spread. Let me just show you an example of such a manifestation. We are discussing ancient times where initially we had just one tribe, and the tribe that lived in a land named Pangaea, and Pangaea was the one land, and all the characters in the tribe had the role, but eventually they got split into three sub-tribes: builders, hunters, and ceremonial dreamers. And each tribe had its own strengths and weaknesses. Um, and moving forward, each tribe will actually be developed into a culture, an existing culture today. For example, we can say that the builders are reminiscent of the ancient Egyptians, or the Gypsies, using their pyramid to communicate with the underworld. And we can say the Atlanteans are the ceremonial dreamers, and they got lost in oblivion. And we can say that the Zlatanians are the ancient Mexican, Mayans, Aztecs. Um, so this is just a skimming through an exploration of parallel dimension, alternate universe of our ancestors in a fictional settings. Now the idea is that is just a background. Each character that gets inside the game board is generating a new story, a new quest, a new initiation rite if you want, and the player has to make decision and go over the board and reveal hex tiles and use his character sheet to negotiate NPCs and fights and other situations. So that's the idea of a game board. And for the game board itself, for each game, a whole story is being made, but think of it not just as story snippets which accompany the character, but think of it as a whole cinematic universe. And actually, each game is a new book with complete plot and really rich background and characters and tasks and everything. It's a big odyssey of a character each time. So far, we have three games in place. The first game, which is the first novel, is called Adam and the Lost Children of Atlantis. And actually, Adam is a 12-year-old boy named Adam Douglas. And he's a chess player, a piano prodigy, but above all, he's a dreamer. And he's in his mind, he dreams of he just poses questions regarding the nature of reality, of identification. He sees himself as dreaming both when he's awake and when he's asleep. So this sort of like, I'm calling this process soul searching, daydreaming, underwater, outer space, stargazing adventure. And what happens to Adam is that by posing questions regarding the nature of reality, he actually creates reality. And by having this sort of like questioning ideas, he actually creates reality. He creates the Space Tribes game. It's all in his mind. So it's like this sort of a dream within a dream. Besides him, we have another character named Alicia, and Alicia is his female counterpart. Now, later in a further installment, Alicia will be renamed to be Lilith. Sorry. Okay. So as you can see, it's been long. I haven't even covered like a third of my idea, but I think yeah, let's just paste it in and see where it gets in us. So the initial prompt has to really bring the AI into the table and to really understand what this thing is going around. Um, so yeah, so I think I've managed to express most of it, and I'm kind of happy with what's been done here. Um, so while he's working, let's proceed. All right. Can you please start? Let us start with the first installment and let us hand out the directions for the author. Let us ask for several premises. Keep in mind, I would really, really love to develop a premise in which Adam is building the game and Adam is the first player. Adam is the dreamer of the first dream. And I can't emphasize enough how much I want to explore parallel dimensions and the creation of those dimensions for several iterations. So if we can do that, if we can bring that atmosphere into, I don't know, at least the first chapter, ideally even more, then it would be, I would love it. Okay, so I just briefed him and he gave us a lot of ideas, but I'm just pasting the next part. And also let's discuss, right, now for the illustrator, help me send to him directions, and we are in a really, really initial spot. So I would like to ask our illustrator to really just create mood boards and basic sketches and not use colors, just pencils, and really do rough stuff initial. And we can have guidelines around the characters, it's fine, and we can have very initial storyboards and just like, demos and illustrations. So I would like you to present the ideas, and then we would ask him to design the main character in a character sheet and design some aspect of a game board, but everything has to be really rough. All the sketches really initially. So ask him to do some demonstrations and to bring some of those ideas in. Okay, so the thing is, okay, so I'm just copying it this one. Now you will see this technique where I'm copying one piece and moving to the next. So I'm just pasting the I will need to cut mostly. Okay. Hello. Today I want you to act or assist me as a children author. So I would like you to create an illustrations, demonstrations of initial sketches of the following piece. Hopefully, we can generate a very basic initial first draft, I will supply you with some info, and if you have any questions or fulfillments we need to any requirements that you need fulfilled, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so we jump ahead and ask for to be more creative. Okay, so this is kind of nice. Now I found, I don't know why, but Copilot only works when the is in view. So I'm just shifting it to another window, but it's open and still generating. But the other AIs are working even when they're in the background. Okay, so um, we just got this from our author. Please go over it and see if it's good enough. Overall, I like the direction. Um, I'm missing some parts regarding the actual world building and the game creation before chapter one. Maybe we can ask our author to bring those in and really elaborate the process of creation of how the game began. So now I'm just throwing it back and forth. And as you can see also, I got a response um, from the illustrator and he didn't illustrate anything. So let's ask him. Okay, can you actually do an illustration, a very rough of the word setting we're building in, as in a mood board? Just give us general outlines. We can start to work with the actual illustrator. So you have to always keep them on track. This is the part where the human intervention comes in. So you have to
I'll try to create that.
go over their okay. So basically, go over each time they say a response, go over it. Um, so now, as you can see, I can skip that part and just paste it. And guys, let's sum it up. So I'll just show you one illustration, and as you can see, it's really nice. Uh, very tattoo-like. I don't know. It's funny, but yeah, I wanna finish today's session, but just showing you how this can work. So you organize your group, and you can have more. Today's is abundance of AI tools, but the idea of instead of just creating prompt and prompt engineering and all those kind of jargons like how to work with AI, just speak your mind and be very communicative like you do for a team. And it's a golden opportunity today that the AI is getting better. So I hope this video will be inspirational for your project that you can do and enjoy. And this is the most important thing, that the important message I have to pass on. Don't be lazy, guys. Read what the AI is telling you and think of it as left brain, right brain. you are the creative, you are the human aspect to supervise what the AI is outputting and make it better and use clear communication. And using this, you will get where you want. It might take several iterations, but finally you will get a flow, a good positive flow going, and you can have your dream project or whatever it is done in no time. So using sometimes even mostly could be free. Just the price is your time and your patience. But I think I really encourage you guys to try out this system I've put in place, and hopefully this was inspirational and beneficial. So bye for now, guys. Thank you for watching.